In this workshop, I'm going to show you a tool for managing passwords. I used to put these on sticky notes or even little labels underneath my keyboard. It worked really well until I started using my phone more and I didn't have all of my notes around. Besides, almost every site needs a password now. I'm running out of sticky notes and it's not safe to use the same password everywhere. Now, there are many software tools called password managers you can use to deal with this problem. Tools like LastPass and 1Password offer subscriptions for their service, and some also provide free basic access. Bitwarden is an open source alternative that provides pretty good features for free. This is how password managers work. I have one main password, which Bitwarden calls a master password, that I use to unlock all of my other ones. Bitwarden has a vault containing all my online accounts and passwords. When it's unlocked, I can easily use them without having to remember any of the passwords at all. Every password can be different, long, complex. All of this makes them more secure. The software has a built-in password generator as well. Most importantly, Bitwarden is accessible from my computer and my phone, so I have access to all my account passwords on all my devices. The only thing I need to remember is my main password. Does this sound good? Well, let's get rid of these sticky notes and get you set up with Bitwarden. Bitwarden comes in two pieces, the software for your desktop or phone, and a web browser extension that will let the software interact with websites. First, we need the desktop or mobile software. You can get it from bitwarden.com/download. There you'll find versions for most operating systems. On Windows, you'll download an exe file that you can install from your Downloads folder. On a Mac, the link will take you to the App Store, where you can get it with the Get button. Second, you need to connect Bitwarden with your web browser. You can do this from the same download page at bitwarden.com/download. I use Firefox, so I'll select that button and then Add to Firefox. An introductory screen with a tutorial video appears, and on the left, you'll find a login button. To log in, we first need to create a Bitwarden account. I'll do this through the web browser extension I just installed, but you can also do it using the desktop software or through the Bitwarden website. In the web browser, select the Create Account button on the left. You'll be asked to provide an email address and to create your Bitwarden master password. This is the main password that you will use to unlock all of your other passwords, so make it something memorable and easy to enter. One suggestion is to use a site like passwordcreator.org, which I can open here in a new tab. By default, this site generates English passwords, but you can select French from a link at the bottom of the page. The common words passphrases are great since they use English or French words and they're easy to remember, so I'll use one of those. Now, with your password created, you can log into Bitwarden in your desktop software and set some preferences. So launch the software and log in with your new account details. Select File Settings on Windows or Bitwarden Preferences on a Mac. Here, you can specify how long the software should wait before relocking your vault. You can set up a PIN code to use as an alternative to your password. You can also set the software to automatically start when you log into your computer or change the default language. Once these preferences are set the way you want, select Close. This returns you to the Bitwarden software interface. You can use the desktop software to manage your logins, but it's often easier to use the web browser to save a login for a site, so I'll show you that. Let's use Bitwarden to store login information for Twitch. Let's start by going to the twitch.tv site. If you don't use Twitch, use any other site that you need to log into. The Bitwarden browser extension appears as a blue shield icon at the top of the browser window. It may be on the right or the left, depending on which browser you use. You'll notice that it says there are no logins available. No problem. I'll select Add a Login. The next screen has already listed the Twitch website address, so I don't need to enter anything there. In the other fields, I'll list my Twitch username and my Twitch password. Since this is a site I use a lot, I'll also check the favorites box underneath. In this example, I'm saving information for an account I already have. But if I'm new to Twitch and I'm creating an account for the first time, I can also use Bitwarden to generate a password for that new account. To do that, select the arrow icon on the far right. If you hover over the icon, the text Generate a Password will appear. Select it. Here, I have the option of using a password or a passphrase, setting the length of the password, and more. These options are helpful on sites that have rules about password length or how to use special characters. Once I have a password I like, I choose Select in the upper right-hand corner. With the new password filled in, I select Save. I can now copy and paste this password into the account creation screen on the website I'm registering for. And that's it. I never have to remember this password again. Here's how to log into a site using Bitwarden. In a new window, I'll go to the Twitch website. I'll select the Login button, and the account information box will appear. Bitwarden's blue shield browser icon now displays a small number, giving a visual indication that Bitwarden has a listing for one account at this site. To use it, select the blue shield icon. A window appears with my Twitch account listed. I need to select that item, and it automatically fills in my username and password on the Twitch site. With Bitwarden set up, I can stop using sticky notes for my passwords. I can access the password vault from my desktop, through the web browser, or from my phone. My phone is very handy when I'm at the library or a public location where Bitwarden isn't installed, since I can always show the password on my phone and then just copy it and type it in manually. Password managers all have similar features, and in this video I've showed you the basics of Bitwarden. If you need more help with password management in general, contact your institution's IT support service or your library.